We've got Jack Desmier, Tao. My name's Jeremy. On behalf of ourselves, our company Fletchers, perhaps most importantly on behalf of our vendors, we do extend to you all a very warm welcome on this absolutely magnificent day. And for those numerous parties who've expressed interest in this property, it's an absolute ripper, and I'll touch on that in a bit more detail in a few moments' time. But for those of you who are interested, give it a red hot go today, give it your best shot. One thing's for sure, we've seen an interest rate cut, there could be more coming. We know what that does to property prices, it builds confidence, prices go up. So really, if this ticks the boxes for you, now is the time to act. Now is the time to get into the market. And more importantly than that, properties as special as this only come along very, very rarely. So if you miss out now, you may be looking at a long time to find something else to replace it with all the unique combination of benefits that this one offers. Before we get to all of that, there's a few formalities I need to touch on, which I'll keep as brief and concise as possible. First and foremost, today's auction is conducted in accordance with the rules and additional conditions made available for inspection before the commencement of the auction. The vendors have a reserve price, and I'm happy to indicate where the bid is being held upon your request. The law in Victoria prohibits causing disruptions to the auction, prohibits making false bids, and it prohibits attempting to stop others from bidding. Now, the rules do permit vendor bids. If I place a bid on behalf of the vendor, I'll announce it to you clearly by use of the words vendor bid, and by law, only I as the auctioneer may make a vendor bid. Lastly, no late bids can be accepted. Very important rule, this one, because there's no discretion on my part. It's written into the Sale of Land Act, and very simply, when I've counted it down once, twice, 3 times, and the property's knocked down to a successful bidder, that is the conclusion of the auction. We can't accept any late bids or reopen the bidding after that point in time. So very important to bid clearly, bid early. Don't miss out for a few split seconds, because there's nothing more disappointing than that. So that's a quick summary of the rules. Now, we're selling today under the terms and conditions of a contract of sale. It's been on display, very, very straightforward. 10% deposit, balance of the purchase money is 90 days. I know we've spoken to a couple of parties here about minor variations to terms. If that's been agreed to, then certainly bid with the utmost confidence. But otherwise, 10% deposit, balance 90 days, straightforward as you like. The rest of the documentation is basically a collection of certificates from all of the various statutory bodies that tells you everything you need to know about 1 at 15 Olympiad Crescent to bid with confidence. Straightforward strata title. The owner's corporation is self-managed. Basically, they split the insurances every year. It's very, very minimal. The owners collectively look after the gardens, and you can see how beautifully maintained the whole development is. So credit not just to our owners, but to all of the 3 owners in this little group here. So I'll pause briefly and ask, are there any questions about the documentation or the rules, anything I can clarify before we move on? Fantastic, that always gives me lots of confidence when it's quiet at question time, that everyone's comfortable so far, everyone's got a full understanding of what's being offered. In terms of that, ladies and gentlemen, not only are we in a lovely quiet crescent here in an A1 location, the home itself is absolutely immaculate, ready to move into and enjoy right from day one. A credit to our current owners who've renovated it extensively. You can see there that beautiful new stone kitchen, magnificent bathrooms as well, really fitted out with no expense spared to a very high quality finish. But more than that, ladies and gentlemen, because you can do that with lots of properties. Let's face it, it's expensive to renovate these days, but you can do it. But what you also have here is a superb north aspect. And I think that's one of the really key features of this property. You've got the living areas spilling out onto a lovely entertaining deck, but all that north sunshine that floods into your living areas and kitchen, it is something really, really special. 3-bedroom accommodation, plenty of space. It really does tick all the boxes. And I know that's why so many people have found it so appealing, and that's why there's a few of you here today, I'm sure, going to give it a red hot go. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've got very genuine vendors inside. They're here to sell if you're fair and reasonable in your bidding here today. We're here to establish the new owners. So ladies and gentlemen, who'd like to call me out a fair and reasonable start for 1 at 15 Olympiad? Someone want to go first? Put your stamp on the auction. 1.25.
1.26.
1.26. We're in tens by the look of it. 1.2627, can I say? 1.26. 1,260,000 now. 1,260,000. 10 more, can I say? Maybe you want to take it to 1.3. That might be a good strategy. 1,260 the bid now. 1,260 clearly bid and offered. 1,260 now. First time at 1,260,000. 70 now.
90.
90. Up bid to 90. 1,290. 1,290,000 now. 1,290. 1,3. Welcome to the bidding. Third bidder in it now. 1,3. 1,300,000.
133, Jeremy.
1,330. 1,330. They don't come along very often with a beautiful north aspect like this. 1,330. No one's asked me the magic question yet. 1,330 the bid. We certainly are, sir. On the market and selling. So please don't wait for me to go inside. I've got clear instructions. 1,330 the bid's there. Selling to the highest bidder today. 1,330 now. 10 will put you on top. 1,330. First time at 1,330.
No, it's on the market at 133.
On the market, going to sell. 1,330.
Waiting pay.
Take your 5. 35. 1,335. 1,335. 40 if you will. 1,335 now. 1,335.
On the second here.
First time at 1,335. Second time at 1,335.
1,000.
336. 1,336. 7. 1,337. 1,337. 1,337. Few of you in it so far. Popular property.
Jeremy, 1,345.
1,345. Up bid again. 1,345. 1,345 now. Little $1,000 bid will put you on top. 6 can I say? 6 I have.
That's 6.
1,346.
So 1,346.
50 I reckon will be the next bid. Am I right? 1,346. Front and centre. Going to sell to the highest bidder today. 1,346.
50.
50 now. I was right about the number, just not where it was coming from. 1,350. 1,350 the bid. 1,350 now. Exceptional opportunity, nothing to spend. Just move in, hang the clothes up, put the kettle on, ready to enjoy. Fire up the barbecue on the deck there, invite your friends around, have a little housewarming. 1,350, clearly bid and offered, selling to the highest bidder today. 1,350. 51. 1,351. 1,351. First time at 1,351.
55.
55. Good bid. 55 now. 1,355. A lot of you in it. Call out if I'm not looking your direction. I'm trying to keep an eye out all around. 1,355. Fantastic property. Tell you what, when you're enjoying it for the next 10 years, you'll forget about the extra little bit you had to pay. All gets forgotten about in time. Always have to fight hard for the good ones. And ladies and gentlemen, what we're offering today is exceptional. 1,355 the bid. Selling today to the highest bidder. I'm sure he's feeling pretty excited right about now. 1,355. Have we seen your best? 1,355 the bid will count again. First time at 1,355. Second time, 1,355. Don't let it slip through your fingers. 6. 1,356. Back on top. 1,356. Going to be 60. What's it going to be? 1,356. 1,356.
500.
And a half. 1,356 and a half. 57. 1,357 and a half. Can I say? 1,357.
60.
60 and a half. Can I say? Little $500 bid to be on top. 1,360. 1,360 the bid now. Going to sell if there's not a better bid. Be very clear on that. 61. 1361. 1361. Always have to fight for the good ones. It'll never change. 1361. Front and centre. Going to sell if there's not a better bid. Important decision. Little 500. 1361. I'll count it. First time at 1361. Second time.
2,000.
2,000 more, 63. He offered, I was 6-1 and you added 2. That's what you're adding 2?
Right.
63. 1363. And a half, can we say? 1363. First time at 1363.
Thank you, 500.
And 500. 63 and a half. 1363, 500. 1363, 500.
Yeah.
65. 1363 and a half. First time. Second time.
500, mate.
64. 64 now. 1364. 1364. I reckon if you bumped it to 1.4, he might stop. And another 500, 1364 and a half. 1364 and a half. 1364, 500. All right.
Just waiting.
All right, we'll count again. First time, 1364, 500. Don't wait too long. It'll slip through your fingers. Second time, 1364, 500. Selling to the highest bidder today. Third time now.
500, mate.
Thought you would. 1365. Just likes listening to me count it down. 1365. 1365 now. Another 1,000. 66. 1366. 1366. 1366 now. First time 1366. Second time 1366.
1,000, mate.
7. 1367. 1367. 8. 1368. 1368. 1368. First time at 1368. Second time, 1368. Only let me go 2 calls so far. Third time,
Let's go 1,000.
69. 1369.
I just did 9. We're just holding at 9.
1369. And a half.
75, mate.
75. 1375. 1375. 1375 the bid. That might have been the winning one. We'll soon find out. 1375. In the interim, you've got a minute to think. 1375. Been quiet across the road for a little while. Anyone else wanting to join in? 1375 the bid, selling today to the highest bidder at 1375 now. First time at 1375. Second time at 1375. 1376, new bidder.
Someone's on an extra.
1376, welcome to the bidding.
One more.
78,
Nah,
straight
78.
back. 1378. 1378. Give you the same advice I gave them, I reckon. 1378 the bid, on top. 1378.
What are you guys thinking?
First time at 1378.
80.
80 now. 1380. 1380. Good news for you, that sound infinitive. 138 the bid. Going to sell to the highest bidder today, 1380 the bid. Can I tempt you in for a little $500 bid? Have we seen your best?
We're good. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your bidding. 138. We've seen your best over here. Got a brief moment to discuss. 138. Selling to the highest bidder today. I'll count it down. There's not a further bid. We'll be selling at 1380. First time at 1380. Second time at 1380. Call out loudly if I'm not looking your way, because I have got the sun directly in my eyes at the moment. 1380. What are we adding on top? 1380 going to sell if there's not a better bid.
Just the one, Jeremy.
81.
81.
1381. 1381. It's not over yet. 1381. First time at 1381. Second time at 1381. Third time now. 500 will put you on top.
Do you want it in about to call it?
1381 the bid. Going to sell if there's not a further bid.
No, 500.
And a half. 1381 and a half. 1381 500. I wish I had 3 more of them to sell. Unfortunately, we don't. Actually, I wish we had 5 more of them to sell. 1381 and a half. We'll go again. First time at 1381 500. Second time at 1381 500. Third time now. 1381 500. Little $500 bid. Going again? I can see that, but we're running out of time. Gentleman's got the bid. 1381 $500. Going to sell if there's not a better bid.
Get it done, mate.
You can buy yourself some time by making a bid. I know what you want me to do, but I've got a job to do. You know that. 500 more, can we say? Need a decision in or out. Thank you for your bidding. Can only be one winner. 1381 $500. Going to sell if there's not a better bid. First, second, third time at 1381 500. Finished, done and silent.
Jeremy, will you take 100?
No, 500 is fair. Definitely out. 1381 500. Going to sell if there's not a better bid. At 1381 500. Be quick if you're going to bid, because we're selling. Last chance. Selling. Congratulations, sold to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your spirited bidding and your attendance at today's auction. On behalf of Fletchers, I do wish you a terrific weekend.
Yeah, see you in a minute.